Asayama Shindu is a form of kobudo with over 400 years of history. It's something that a real samurai actually practiced long ago. For us who carry on this tradition, our duty is not only to pass down techniques, but also to understand the cultural parts deeply and keep them alive for the future. One very important part of that is how we wear our training gear. The samurai of the past valued dignity and elegance above all, and that spirit was also reflected in the way they dressed. So in this video, the 22nd headmaster of Asayama Shindu, Seki Sensei, will introduce 5 taboos about wearing your uniform. Just like in other Budo and Ryuha styles, in Asayama Shindu, if you don't wear it properly, you might not be allowed to move up in rank, or even take part in demonstrations that represent the Ryuha. Make sure to watch this video until the end, and join training with the correct way of wearing your uniform. Alright, let's move on to the first important point.
まず着想は襟を合わせるってことがまず大事ね。下手によってね、外に紐がついてるケース、ついてないケースがあるんですよね。で、ないとですね、余計にはだけるんですよ。で、私の今着てるやつはこれ着物の仕立てなので紐がないんですよ。だから帯だけで止まってるんですけども、その時はだけないように私の場合はこういう風にしてある。
The dogi that Seki Sensei is wearing has a button to keep the collar from opening. We sometimes see people with their collars open, showing their skin or undershirt, but you should never train looking sloppy like that. Your dogi shouldn't be too small or too big. Make sure to choose one that fits just right. Also, pick one that has strings, so you can keep the collar neat and in place even during training. If the one you bought doesn't have strings, then do what Seki Sensei does. Find some way to fix it. And one more thing. It's a good habit to adjust your collar during practice to always keep it looking proper. Next, let's move on to the second point.
帯の位置、基本的には腰に履くんですよね、袴は。腹には履かないんです。で、理想は横から見た時に前下がり後ろ上がりになるように履く。スカートみたいにならないように。
When you wear the kakuobi, it should slant slightly downward in the front, supporting your lower stomach, and in the back, it should cover your waist. When you tie it like this, the hakama will also slop down in the front. If worn correctly, the hem should be lower in the front and higher in the back. It should never look flat like a skirt, with the hem even all the way around. But here's the thing, hakama were originally made to fit the body shape of Japanese men in the past. So if you're slender, or if you're a woman, the belt tends to ride up, and it can be difficult to wear the obi and hakama exactly the way it's supposed to be. That's why you may need to make some adjustments, like using a towel to pad your body and create a straighter shape. There's also one more important point about the hakama.
短い袴もダメですね、あんまりね。ちょっとね、今私履いてるのはちょっと長いんで。これ若い頃のでね、ちょっと身長縮んだんだね。前これがちょうどよかったの。理想はですね、くるぶしが隠れる程度、ギリギリ隠れる程度が理想です。
The one Seki Sensei is wearing has become a bit longer over the years because he has continued to use the same one he bought when he was young. But normally, the ideal length is just enough so that the hem lightly touches the top of your feet, basically covering about half of your ankle bone. Getting this right requires experience in choosing the correct size, as well as a skill and posture to wear it properly. So take your time and aim to wear it accurately. But please keep in mind, different Ryuha styles may have different preferences for hakama length. What we've shared here is specifically for Asayama Shindu. If you buy a proper hakama made for Budo, there's usually no problem. But sometimes people show up to training wearing different types, like nobakama or tatsukebakama. In Asayama Shindu, that's considered a serious taboo.
ノバカマ、タツケバカマで、やるということ。例えば公開演舞とかあるでしょ。そんな時にノバカマで演舞するなんてのはあっちゃいけない。それはね、恥じらいというものがないってことになる。よほど自信が終わりなんですねってバカにされる。つまり足さばき全部見せちゃうんで。肩は見せても寛容とするとこ見せないのが演舞なんで。つまり本来極意秘伝と言われるものは道着と袴に隠れてて見えないものなんです。そこを明かすのは弟子なんですよ、大将は。
Tatsukebakama are the type that can be tied at the ankles. They were worn for long travels or hunting. The reason why they're taboo in training is because they completely reveal your footwork. The hakama is meant to hide your footwork, which is considered a secret or inner teaching. Only people within the Ryuha should be allowed to see it. The nobakama, on the other hand, is a taboo for a different reason.
袴のこの一継ぎだっていうのに意味があるんですよ。これは稽古する上でも大事。だから稽古するにあたってトレパンなんかでやるなっていう。袴の五つひだは仁義礼智信っていう武士の五条を表したものなんです。足軽なんかは 短いんですよ、袴が。尻が見えるほど裾はしょっていないと自分の人から生意気だって言われる。要するに袴をストンとね落として五つひだをきちっとして歩くっていうのが武士の信条なんですよね。その信条をなくして武技の稽古してるのかってなっちゃうんですよ。
The 5 folds on the front of a proper Budo Hakama represent the Confucian virtues valued by the samurai: Jin, Gi, Rei, Chi, Shin. Wearing this kind of Hakama was both a right of the samurai and also a duty to uphold their pride and values. As modern practitioners of kobudo, we must not forget the spirit either. But nobakama, which were worn for farming or during emergencies like fires, only have a few folds at the front. However, once again, let us stress, these are the rules of Asai Shindu. We are not saying this applies to all the other ryuha styles. Now, let's talk about the fourth point.
白旅っていうのは基本清掃なんですよ。浅山一伝会の場合には、白旅は、いわゆる指導者クラス以上ということから他の門下生たちは紺とか黒の旅を履いていただきたいと。足さばき見えちゃうんだね。だから審査を受けるときに白旅履いてたらお前落とすぞってぐらい足さばき見えちゃう。
Tabi are special Japanese socks with a split for the big toe, worn with traditional clothing. The proper color for formal wear is white, but in Asai Shindu, only those ranked assistant instructor, shihandai or higher, are allowed to wear white tabi. Until reaching that level, students should wear black or navy. Why? Because white tabi make your foot movements very easy to see. If your skills are still unpolished, that will stand out too much. And during exams, even Seki Sensei would have no choice but to fail you. On the other hand, once you reach shihandai or above, you carry the responsibility of an instructor. At that point, you should wear white tabi so your students can clearly observe your footwork. In other words, even when wearing tabi, your techniques must still be performed correctly.
で、旅を履いて動けなきゃいけないってこともあります。裸足になるから待っててってわけにいかないんですよ。それがまた居合術じゃないですか。
It's true that training barefoot gives you more grip, so sometimes people take their tabi off during training. But originally, when wearing kimono, you would always have tabi on. That means you must be able to perform your techniques just as well with tabi as without. Never forget, the true essence of iaijutsu is to be ready to respond instantly and win against the opponent, no matter the situation. The last point is about wearing accessories during training.
稽古とかにおいてね、演舞もそうなんだけど、アクセサリーとかは良くないです。ブレスレット、謎の数珠、あとほら汗が流れるからって理由でバンダナみたいのをしたりする人いるんだけど、それも良くないです。手ぬぐいをここに入れときゃいいんですよ。で、失礼って言ってこれでやったらいいんです。禁止にはしてないですよ。そんなことに強制力を持たせるつもりはないんで、私的には個人的にセンスのない人だと思う。自分がしてる今やってることしてる格好を考えてごらん。土方や人足じゃねえんだからさ、行動してるわけじゃねえんだからね。
During practice, make sure to remove all accessories like necklaces or bracelets. Also, do not wrap a towel or anything around your head. Seki Sensei himself has a shaved head, so he understands very well the problem of sweat getting into your eyes. But even so, he says it's not good to wrap a towel around your head. As we've been saying throughout this video, your clothing in Asai Shindu should reflect the dignity of the samurai. If you need to wipe sweat, keep a towel or tenugui tucked inside your dogi and use that. Now, let's also touch a bit on nails and hairstyles.
男性でも女性でもね、つけ爪とかね、マニキュアとかいるんですよ。私のところでは稽古場、道場の稽古場は許しています。ただそれ取れないっていうなら演舞会は連れて行きます。演舞に出るっていうのは一門代表してるってことなんでね、ある意味ね。
Having painted nails or flashy hair color or hairstyle doesn't mean you can't join training. However, if there's a demonstration or an event where you represent the ryuha, you may not be allowed to take part, so please be mindful of that. Alright, let's wrap up everything we covered in this video. 1. Keep your collar neat and closed. 2. Wear your obi and hakama so the front slops down and the back slops up. 3. Always wear a proper Budo style hakama. 4. Don't wear accessories or wrap towels on your head. 5. Be mindful about nails and hairstyles. These points will help you train with a proper appearance and respect for your tradition in Asai Shindu. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like button and leave a comment to help this video reach more viewers. Our ultimate goal is to revive the golden age of Asai Shindu when we had 7,000 students. Please join our online lessons to help us on this journey. We'll see you in the next video. Interested in learning the ancient samurai techniques from the 22nd headmaster of Kobudo Asayama Shindu Seki Sensei? We hold online lessons with English interpretation that anyone can access worldwide. Every lesson will be recorded for you to rewatch anytime. Official down ranks will be provided to prove your progress. Higher down rank holders will be authorized to open their own dojo in the future. Join us in our ultimate dream of reviving the golden age of Asayama Shindu when there were 7,000 students nationwide. Check out the description box or pinned comment to sign up now or for more information.